Good morning, champions. Josh Zeppis here, your friendly neighborhood freedom fighter and unbroker with Brokers No Joke Enterprises, which is the movement towards true freedom. And we're here to talk today about self-help books and how we basically castrate our chance for success by deluding ourselves into using these books, trying to become successful with them, but we never quite get there. So first of all, I want to talk about self-help books in general. And look, they get a bad rap sometimes. I get it. But think about this. Think about what a book truly is, especially a nonfiction self-help book. You're taking someone's 80 years, perhaps, their entire life of information, experience, the things they did well, the things they did poorly, and you're condensing it into a 300-page book of just the highlights. Think about how powerful that is. So maybe you're listening to this, or you're watching this, and you haven't used a self-help book yet. You haven't used a personal development book yet. What are you waiting for? Give it a shot. It's actually kind of addictive. But maybe you're the ones that's been reading these books, and you read them, and you read them, and you read them, but then you look around, and nothing on the outside has changed. Hopefully the inside's changing a little bit, and that's good, but we got to use these books the right way. So what I'd like to cover with you today is the 6 ways that we completely render these self-help books and these personal development books completely useless. The 6 ways that we cut ourselves off at the knees. And it's terrible, right? Because if you're going to invest the time doing it, you might as well get the reward. So let's go through these. So number 1 is actually having no outcome in mind. You've got no plan. There's no reason why you're reading the book. And that's a killer right off the bat. If you don't know why you're reading a book, it's kind of like going to the gym. Let me put this very simply. If you go to the gym to work out, you've already lost. Yeah, I know. I used to be in the gym industry. I know this very well. If you go to I'll say it one more time. If you go to the gym to work out, you've already lost. Nobody likes working out. I used to be a bodybuilder, and I would pick up heavy things and then put them down. I'd pick them up and I'd put them down. That was not fun. I didn't enjoy that. Who the hell wants to do that? That's crazy. But you know what I did like? I liked the results. I liked the fact when I took my shirt off, it impressed people. I liked the fact that I was in the best shape of my life. I like getting up on stage and competing and winning. So I like the results of that. But no one actually likes working out and sweating and all that kind of stuff, not the actual act itself. So the key is, when I tell people, if you're going to go to the gym, know why you're going to the gym. You're trying to get in better shape, trying to win a competition. No different with books. When you pick up a book, the first thing I want you to ask yourself is, why am I reading this book? What is the purpose? What do I want out of it? So here's a little nugget. I want you to, right now, get a book that you want to read, find a book you want to read, and I want you to write down 3 things that you want to get out of the book. 3 outcomes you're looking for that's going to move yourself, your business, your relationship, your career, something forward. I want you to go into that book with something I call intention. I want you to read it on intention. Intentional reading. Don't read it accidentally. Read it on intention. And write those things down. And here's what's going to happen. When you write those things down and you actually know exactly what you're looking for, you know what's crazy? You're probably going to find it. You're probably going to find the answers you're looking for because you're in tune with it. You're looking for it. And that's the key. So having an outcome in mind is super, super important. Number 2, second way we cut ourselves off at the knees and we never really get to use that self-help book the proper way, we don't empty our cup. Man, we think we know it all. And even if we don't think we know it all, we were told a whole bunch of stuff that gets rattled around in our brain, and we have all these old beliefs, all this old knowledge. And if we're not willing to get rid of some of that, empty our cup, then we have no chance. You know, the 2 most killer words in the English language, the two words that will destroy your future personal development in anything. I know. Think about that. And how many times we say that? Someone gives us good advice. Oh, why don't you try working out? I know. I should work out. I know. Everyone's shoulding. I should this. I should. Stop shoulding on yourself, okay? Of course you know. By the way, if you already knew, and you knew the good stuff, you knew the right stuff, then you wouldn't need the book, right? So just take a look around and like, how's that working for you? The fact that you already know the answers. So empty your cup. Let it go. If you're not where you want to be, just stop. Be open to new ideas. Try new things from the book and give yourself a shot. Okay? All right, here we go. Rolling along. Number 3, we start, but we don't finish. Isn't it fun? You get a new book, it's all nice and shiny, and you're looking at it, and you're walking around with it. It's on the nightstand, you're keeping it with you in your business bag or your notebook, and you're just like, oh, this is great, and you get started in it, and it's so much fun, and it starts off inspirational, and then it starts poking at you. It starts asking the tough questions, which is what it's designed to do. It starts picking away at things, right? And it starts to get tough, and you're like, whoa, this is getting too real. This is, I don't know if I can do it. That's the time you got to push through. Most people, and I'll just generalize this, not just with books, most people start and then never finish things. And the worst part is they usually quit. When they do quit, they quit on the 99-yard line in life. They go through all the pain, all the suffering, all that heartache, all the effort, and they get nothing for it because they quit an inch short of gold. They quit on the 99-yard line. Look, you already know there's something that you need to improve in your life or your business or your career or your relationship, whatever, and you found a book for it. You bought the book. It got shipped to you. You're carrying it around with you. You're thinking about the book. You start the book, and so you put all that effort in, and you never actually finish. You never just see it through. And here's the problem with this. This is a commitment you made to yourself. And there's something called identity, which is your self-worth, your self-belief. When you don't keep commitments you make to yourself, your identity starts dropping a little bit. You're not quite the same person. And that spills over to every other part of life. You're not quite the same. Other things, you start thinking less of yourself in other ways, in other areas, and then life becomes this quagmire of self-doubt and fear and despair. Let's not do that, guys. If you're going to get a book, the worst thing you can do is start and then not finish it. Please, 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 at least see it through to the end. Make yourself that commitment and follow through. Finish that book. Even if you think it's going off in the wrong direction, give it a shot. Give it a chance. Some books go off on a little tangent and they come back around. Or they come back around and in a way you're not expecting it to. So you think it's going the wrong way, but they're actually taking you into a different, more creative path. So give the book a chance. What do you have to lose, right? All right, number 4, you read it when you have time. This is my favorite. If you're going to read if you're going to do anything when you have time, are we busy? Who the heck's got time for any of this stuff? We don't have time for anything. What we're busy doing, I don't know. But if you're going to commit to yourself, that this is your life, man, lady, whoever. This is personal development. This is your entire life. This is not a hobby. Go bowling when you have time. Go to the movies when you have time. Go do other things. Go play with your dog when you have time. Those are things you do when you have time. This is your life. Don't read a personal development book or a self-help book casually. That's not its purpose. Its purpose is to help you change your life. It's not going to change it for you, but it's supposed to help you change your own life. So don't wait till you have time, right? No one has time. It's like kind of going to the dentist. We do it because we have to, not because we necessarily want to, but it's something that we need to do for ourselves. All right? Good. All right, number 5. This is I would probably say this is one of the biggest one. After number 1, this is probably the biggest one. You read the book and you don't do a single action from the book. You don't take a single action. So number 1, I said you're supposed to go into a book with what? With outcome, right? Come out with 3 outcomes, 3 things you want to get from the book. The corollary to that is you should leave a book with an action plan. Leave a book, at least do one thing from the book. Don't read the book, say, that was entertaining. Yay, I feel great about myself now. And then you put the book down on the shelf and you go into the next one. You just wasted an entire book. So take some action. The good self-help books always challenge you to take action of some sort. There's always something. So, and in that book, You may not like all of it. That's okay. Take the good, leave the bad. Find something that you're like, this is it. If I just do this one little thing, even if it's something small, if I just do this one little thing, man, now I can go after it. I can make a small change in my life. Maybe that small change is just a ripple right now, but that ripple eventually can become a wave. And then big changes start happening. All right? Now, number 6, and the last one. Last way we chop ourselves off at the knees when it comes to self-help and personal development with our books. It's very similar to the last one. We try and do all the actions. We try and do everything in the book. Look, these books, all self-help books, are designed to be read and reread and reread and reread and reread, because there's different nuggets in there at different levels. And the first time you read it, they say when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Wherever you are in your personal development journey, you're going to get a message from a book. I don't know what that message is going to be. That's your development. That's your journey. I am on a different journey, perhaps. I might read the same book and get a different message than you, and that's okay. So don't try and do everything in the book. Don't try and overwhelm yourself. Go find that one thing that speaks to you and go do it. But if you try and do it all, you're just going to defocus yourself, and it's going to get overwhelming. It's going to get frustrating, and you're not going to want to do any of it. And you're going to put the book on the shelf, and you'll probably never look at it again, because that's human nature, and that's what we do. So hopefully this was worthwhile. Hopefully this is worth your guys' time. I'm very passionate about making sure that people get to where they want to go. That is my number one thing, is I love seeing other people win. So if this was valuable and you want to learn more, you want to see the blog post on this, go to our website, which is brokeisnojoke.org. Email me directly. I want to hear your story. I want to know, do you know someone, maybe you struggle with personal development books? Maybe you know someone who's maybe read 30 of them and they're still working at McDonald's, right? And something's not working. I want to hear your story. I want to share your story. So go to our website, email me directly. I'd love to hear your story, and info will be in the description. And as always, I appreciate you guys so much. And I'm going to meet you at the top, because the bottom is just way, way too crowded. Take care. Have a great day.